We use many media to communicate our thoughts, our ideas, our feelings, and our wishes. Symbols, like pictures or spoken words or written words, allow us to navigate the world and to forge connections with others. Spoken language is the foundation of written language. The ability to sequence, blend, and manipulate the phonemes of spoken language is an important predictor of later reading skill. Literacy is the ability to learn through reading and to teach others by expressing our thoughts clearly through written language. For most children, spoken language learning happens naturally, through exposure in meaningful contexts. Most children learn and use language easily, almost automatically. Children who grow up hearing their parents' language usually acquire it effortlessly. We often take this process for granted. For some, however, learning and using spoken language is more difficult. A hearing loss may mean that critical portions of the speech signal are not accessible. Mastering a spoken language, its phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics can be a difficult task. We have a tool to help: Cued Speech. Cued Speech was designed to make spoken language visible. It provides access to the components of language necessary for easy acquisition and use. Cued Speech was developed by Dr. Oren Cornett, Vice President for Long Range Planning at Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. in 1966. The impetus for its development was research that documented the low reading and writing skills among deaf high school graduates. Dr. Cornett invented Cued Speech to address the fundamental problem of learning spoken language for those who do not have clear access to the auditory signal. Much of spoken language is not visible or is visually ambiguous, especially in connected speech. For example, when hearing is intact, the difference between the syllables mat, bat, and pat is readily apparent. For someone with a hearing loss, those syllables look identical on the lips. Dr. Cornett's premise was that if the basic building blocks of spoken language, phonemes, could be rendered in a way that made them look different from each other, spoken language could be conveyed as accurately and efficiently through vision. Here's a brief example of how Cued Speech works. The initial consonants of the following syllables look identical: mat, bat, pat. The addition of hand shapes makes them distinctive: mat, bat, pat. Vowels can also be difficult to distinguish visually. Think about the syllables meet, met, mit. The addition of cues makes them distinctive: meet, met, mit. For those who are familiar with the system, understanding connected spoken language with cues is as easy through vision as it is for others through hearing. Cued Speech is not a language. It is a visual code to convey a spoken language. Each hand shape represents a group of consonant phonemes that are visually distinctive on the lips. Each vowel placement represents a group of vowel phonemes that are also visually distinct on the lips. With these hand shapes and placements, you can cue anything you can say. Children acquire their native language through exposure. When a young child is not getting a clear model of language through hearing, adding visual information that meshes with and supports the auditory information can aid language learning. Parents can share their native language clearly and easily in a manner that allows for efficient and natural language learning. How? In the same way that we expose hearing children to spoken language by talking with them, we can do it with deaf children by cueing with them. You can babble with cues or use the baby talk that comes so naturally to parents to begin to immerse a child in language. Labeling body parts, clothing, people, and pets is easy with cues, which are not a different language, but a simple visual code for a language that parents already know.
I love you. Hello. Hello. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Is this code difficult for children to understand? Not at all. Remember how children acquire language. Through exposure, they begin to recognize patterns, learn words, and eventually come to realize that words are made up of smaller segments. They can do this easily through vision as long as they're getting sufficient information, which cueing can provide, as long as the model of language they are receiving is complete. Cued speech provides a complete model of any spoken language by conveying all the necessary building blocks. Cues can convey phonemes, the individual sounds of spoken language. Ba, ba, ba. S. Cues can convey morphemes, the combination of phonemes into meaningful elements. Cook, cooks, cooking. Syntax, the organization of words into sentences. I will be going to the store. Semantics, conveying words with specific meanings. Brief, terse, succinct, to the point. Cued speech can even help to facilitate the development of the pragmatic uses of language and the use of different registers for a variety of situations and audiences. I will be going to the store. I'll be going to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. Much recent research has identified phonemic awareness as a critical predictor of reading skill. Phonemic awareness skills include the ability to recognize and generate rhyme, sequence, segment, and blend phonemes. It does not matter if children gain this knowledge through sound or sight, only that they have complete and unambiguous access to the phoneme stream of spoken language. Let's see an example of the phonemic information conveyed by cueing. 2, shoe. 4, door. 6, sticks. This helps children become aware of the structure of words. Fluent readers also need strong language skills for comprehending English text. Deaf readers may gain this syntax, vocabulary, and idiomatic language base naturally and efficiently through cued speech. Students who learn to read well may use print to gain new information. They may read to learn. Lasasso and Metzger in 1998 noted that MCEs convey no phonemic information about English. Though these sign systems use English word order and add invented signs to convey some morpheme information, such as tense and pluralization, they have not had a significant impact on the reading levels of deaf students. These systems do not provide access to the continuous stream of phoneme information that cued speech does. In some situations, teachers cue all of their own language.
Your friends and boogie down, dance, give them a bump and turn around.
Yeah.
Turn around. Okay, you did it.
Good job.
Yeah, good for you. Okay.
In other situations, cued speech interpreters, called transliterators, provide students access syllable by syllable, to all auditory information in the classroom. Children who have had clear and consistent exposure to spoken language through cues can understand cued language at normal rates of speed.
That could only mean piggy pie. Yes, piggy pie. She thought harder. Ah, she said, with a jump, the zoo. Yes, yes, the zoo.
Here we see a transliterator in a middle school Spanish class. Some school districts offer cued speech as one of a number of modes of communication that parents may choose. Others integrate the use of cued speech with other communication options as part of a multimodal or bilingual approach to education. Cued speech is not a substitute for American Sign Language, but is used when individuals need access to spoken language.
I'll do the cue and you do the cue with me, and we'll see if we can figure them out like that. Bell.
In addition to classroom use, cued speech can be a tool for speech and language therapy. Though cues do not teach articulation by themselves, they are used to specify targets for speech production, develop auditory discrimination skills, improve pronunciation, work on co-articulation and blending, and highlight omissions, substitutions, and distortions of speech sounds.
Come and show me.
Cued speech is also a useful tool for children and adults who have cochlear implants. It can help a child understand new auditory information as he or she learns to use an implant. Cueing can also be a visual support for difficult listening situations or when the implant is off.
Two colors.
Here we see speech-language pathologists working on auditory, phonological, and articulation skills.
Chicken. There's a tall tree. That's a cow. A cow. Yeah, he says moo, doesn't he? And there's a house. Okay, I want you to listen. I want you to put the big house on row 1. Yes, that's the big house. You heard big house. Good for you. I want you to get the tall tree. The tall tree. But listen, row 4. Okay, good girl. I want you to find the tree with fruit. Good, Katie. That has fruit. You heard fruit. Put it on row 2. Put the tree with fruit on row 2. It's okay. The tree with fruit on row 2. I like that listening. That's so nice. Listen, I want you to find the chicken and put it on row 3. Good listening. That was the chicken on row 3. Good for you.
With cues, we can be aware of rhythm, rhyme, and word segments, important phonemic awareness skills.
And I have a cake.
Cake.
And here is the last one. It's a cane.
Cane.
All right, good girl. I'm going to say them again. You point to the one that I say. All right? Can you show me? Let's do K. Listen to it again. K. There it is. Good girl. Good girl. Let's see if you can find the cake. That's right. Good job. Can you find the cape? Ooh, there's the cane. That's right. That's the cape. All right, I want you to try him now. You say one and I'll point.
Okay.
Say it again for me.
Okay.
Did you say K? There it is. That's the K.
Cake.
Cake. Good job. I heard that. Cake.
Cage.
Oh, do it louder for me.
Cage.
The cage. Right there.
Tape.
Did you say tape or cape?
Cape.
Good job. I heard cape that time. There it is.
Children with perceptual difficulties, auditory processing disorders, or oral motor planning deficits also find this visual assist helpful. Speech-language pathologists also use cued speech with hearing children to enhance awareness and differentiation of sounds confused through audition alone, to build auditory discrimination, to demonstrate synthesis and blending of speech sounds, and to internalize the phonological code of spoken language necessary for literacy.
We're going to work on your sound, all right? Can you do that by itself? Just give me a... Good job, I hear it. What I have in here are a bunch of eggs. You're going to pick out an egg and open it up and see what's inside, okay? Can you get it open? Squeeze it a little. There you go. What is that? Do you remember what that's called? It's taffy.
Taffy.
Good, one more time for me.
Taffy.
Taffy, I hear that F in there. That sounds great.
Cat.
There is a cat. What's the cat jumping on?
Couch.
You could call it a couch, but there's another word. Can you call it a sofa?
First.
Okay, it's going to start with a...
Oh.
You did it! Sofa. I heard that F. Do it one more time for me.
Sofa.
You got it. Sofa. Look here, Landon. Sofa. Do it one more time for me.
Sofa.
You got it. Sofa. Good job. Can you see that?
Yeah.
What is that?
A banana.
Tell me again. It's a nest.
Nest.
I heard it that time. Nest. Make sure that S is in there.
Nest.
I didn't hear it that time. Nest.
Nest.
That time I heard it. Good job. You do it.
Nest.
Good job. Nest. I heard all those sounds. That's good. Let's do another one. Oh, you know what that one is? That's kind of a funny one. Let me let you do.
Starfish.
It is. It's a starfish.
Starfish.
I heard it. Good job.
Starfish.
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 Good job.
Cued speech is an effective way to provide visual access to any spoken language. This tool can facilitate communication, language, and literacy, and provide the basis for academic success. With this tool at your command, spoken language can be accessible for all.